Chris, has Alex Tettey been having more shots than usual in training this week?
No, he's probably been having more shots in training this season, I would say. But no, it was a very good occasion for him, and I think you saw the delight from everybody towards him, because you don't score goals like that often, and certainly somebody like Alex doesn't. So, and more importantly, it was a goal that, of course, gave us that second goal and gave us a little bit of a leeway in the game, and important win for us.
Has there been a little extra zip in training this week after that?
There's always a lift when you get a result, and particularly on the performance, because I thought the performance warranted the result that we got, and so there's always a little bit of a better feel the week after a good result, but we need to make sure to take that feel into the next game, and of course every game that we play.
You went down to Arsenal to see Swansea pick up a very good point at the Emirates. How did they play that night, and what are you expecting from them this weekend?
I expect a very tough game. They played very well at Arsenal, and it's very difficult because you can't be as expansive as perhaps you'd like to be, because you're up against, of course, a Champions League team, and we would expect them to play a bit different, a bit more expansive, as they normally do at home. They have goals in the team, of course, and certainly in Wilfred Boney, who's somebody that's scoring a lot of goals for him. So we would expect a very tough game, as we with all of them.
The lads have won at Swansea the last 2 seasons. I mean, that must give them a little bit of extra confidence going into this away trip?
Well, I hope we can use that one. You look for every psychological boost that you can going into every game, and of course the biggest one for us is that we're on the back of a good performance and a good win on Saturday. But we have fared well against them at Swansea in the last couple of seasons, and hopefully we can use that.
It's a bit of a worrying trend away from home though in recent games. What are you and the lads doing to address that?
We just work as hard as we can, and it has been difficult for us away from Carrow Road. We are part of a group of teams that generally do find it, of course, more difficult away from home. But we need to alleviate a little bit more pressure on ourselves, and a little bit more pressure on having to win the home games, and of course the only way to do that one is by picking up some points away from home, and hopefully we can use the good performances that we had notably at sort of Stoke and at West Brom, and try to emulate them.
Injury wise, has everyone got through training all right this week?
No, we're fine. We've had a good week's training. For some, it was a little bit more about rest and recovery, and making sure that we get it right with them. But we've had a good week, and no fresh injuries, which is good news.
Finally, Leroy Fer, I've got to ask you, how's he coming along?
He's come along very well. He's up to good pace in his running at the moment. We're probably still looking at a couple of weeks, but at the moment there's been no setbacks with him, and of course that's good news.